Well, today's plans have changed, haven't they? I still want to show you the Prehistoric Road Trip movie. It's a great summary of Chapter 8. It has 3 episodes. We'll probably only watch one. But today we have a different activity. I just graded the Chapter 7 test and it didn't necessarily go well even though it was open book. So I'd like to avoid a test for Chapter 8 and that's what we've been doing. So we had an article reading and writing that's actually, even though it was assigned Thursday, is due tomorrow. So if you haven't done that, go do that. That's part of our not having a test is a writing in Gimkit Inc. There's a video for that as well. Then Friday we had an ed puzzle on human body failures and how evolution doesn't always make things super amazing. Sometimes it makes them just good enough. That is also a part. So that's 6 points. You should do that. That's due today if you didn't do it on Friday. What we're starting today, for those of you who caught up, and that's due on Wednesday, is the culmination of our Chapter 8 assignments, a new homework assignment of Gimkit Review. Now there are strategies, but here we're going to try to get to $1,000. I'm starting you with 50, and it's very hard to do if you don't have strategy. So first strategy is buy upgrades. If you don't buy upgrades, then you're only getting $1 per question. It'll take you forever to get to $1,000. So you start with 50, you can buy some upgrades. If you get a question wrong, view the correct response. You'll play enough that some of the questions will start to repeat. And those ones you got wrong the first time, you shouldn't get wrong the second time. And then lastly, split your screen on your iPad with one of our Chapter 8 resources, either the Chapter 8 book questions or the Chapter 8 terms picture. And I'll show you how to do that here in a second. So what we want to do is open the link. I like to open it in Safari. And just like all things Google Classroom, it's not actually in Safari yet. So it looks like it's in Safari, but so that I can split screen, I might want to do this a different way. So I'm going to put the Safari button. And I had trouble with this the other day when I didn't push the Safari button and leave Google Classroom. So I'm going to join with Google. Is going to look for which one I am. I'm going to be Mookie. That's my fake student. And now, does it remember me? I think it does. That's great. So I have a review game here. I can go back to Google Classroom. And now that I'm in Safari, I can split screen. So I can be done with that, go back to other assignments, and I can find, for instance, the Chapter 8 terms or the Chapter 8 book questions, and I can pull up an image that's going to help me with some of the questions. All right. So first thing I want to do is hit those 3 lines and go shopping and buy some upgrades. So money per question is one of my favorite. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to buy multiplier. Oh, I don't have enough for multiplier. I better go get some questions, right? Maybe I can buy streak bonus. I'll buy that. All right, continue to questions. How long ago did chimps and humans share a common ancestor? That's not here. I know it's 7 million years. Oh, I was wrong. What? It's 7 million years according to DNA, but we don't actually know. We don't have a fossil. I better remember that for next time. Solidified remains or imprints. That's here. The solidified remains or imprints. That's a fossil. Oh, I got $5 instead of $1 because I bought some upgrades. All right, I'm going to continue. What do we call the most successful species of hominid? Well, it's not in here, but I know that the most successful one survived over 1 million years was Homo erectus. Got $8 that time. All right, what do we call the era of life? Oh, that's dinosaur time. That's in the middle. That's the Mesozoic. So you just keep going. Current era of life that's dominated by mammals. That's Cenozoic. That's mammal time. Now I'm going to go shopping and see if I can get my multiplier. So now I only have $3, but now how much do I get per question? Oh, this was based off a video you should have watched, so you shouldn't be doing the Gimkit if you haven't finished your previous assignments. Our throat is too small, the same passions. Why can mammals, unlike birds, choke on their food? Oh yeah, we use the same passage for food and air, and birds don't do that. So I got $8 on that question. Pangea, I got $12 on that question. What do we call being able to walk on two? That's bipedal. So I'm getting a lot more per question, and then I can go shopping again. Another quick way to get some points is to go down and buy a mega bonus or a mini bonus. And when you use that, if I use the mini bonus or the mega bonus, or you can use them together, said, oh, yep, that's Neanderthal, then I get a lot more money on one question. I would hold back on those, but then that helps you build up money for upgrades. So money per question, how much is this one? 100. I'm not ready yet. So you kind of see how this works. You can tag team between your resources. You don't have to use the Chapter 8 terms. You could use the Chapter 8 book slides. Where is it? Chapter 8 book questions. There it is. And you could pull up those slides. Now, Mookie is a bum. He didn't do anything. But this also has some answers, like these notes. Those would totally help you on some of them. And so you can go back and forth between different resources while you're playing the game. The game doesn't care. You're trying to get to $1,000. If you get to $1,000, good for you. And that's it. It's 1 point per $100 that you get to. And like I said, if you get it more than once, you get 2 extra bonus points if you complete the game more than once. Again, you shouldn't attempt this if you haven't finished our previous assignments. It would be a lot easier to do if you finish our previous assignments. Excuse me. So I hope you have a good snow day. I am only Zooming from 11 to 11:30. And I hope to see some of you there if you have questions. Otherwise, I'm still grading.